Okay, I want to talk in this exercise about corner trim settings. It's very simple. This is as far as you probably have got so from the previous exercise. If you actually flatten that pattern out, so because I've done it previously, I'm just going to unsuppress it so it comes out there. I then rotate this round, and what I'm trying to do is, if you look at the flat pattern here, and I've got that sort of corner, when you actually fold metal up, it can actually cause cracking. I call it a stress razor. And to actually give that relief, you can actually trim those corners. So you can either do that through here and go to corner trim, or you can go to inset and go to sheet metal and pick it up in there. It doesn't matter which way, it's the same thing. Now the settings I've got there you can keep, so it's 5mm and then 0.8 millimeter, which I haven't got. Well, if I go to ratio thickness, no, there should be 0.8. Okay, so it's just a matter of where the blue highlight is going in and picking the places that you actually want to give a little bit of relief to, and then giving a green tick. Now if I go to unfold it, you won't notice any difference. It's just in the flat pattern marking, so when it's stamped out, those will actually be put in from that. That's all you really need to know at this point. There is a lot more you can look at because there are different types of relief. In terms, if I just go back to the flat pattern, and if I just go to edit feature on that one, you can see in terms that we've got different options. We've got circular, square, and bend waist. So if I just do that once more, click on each individual one of those, you'll see the difference. So that's square and that's circular. For this particular exercise, circular is absolutely fine. If you're doing it on like these areas there, you can do it as what we call break corners, but for now this is probably as much as you need to do. You can go into it in your own time later on. What I'm going to do next, let me just give that a tick, so it should actually fold up again. No, it's not going to do it for me. Let's take that off. There we go. I'm going to put those squares in that we talked about, so come back in 1 second. Okay, to put those squares in, we're going to use the unfold and fold commands, and you'll notice that those have actually been faded out because we're in a folded up method. I want to work on these corners individually, and that's where the unfold and fold come in very well. So all you need to do with this is just go to click on unfold, and it says the fixed face. So this here is my fixed face, and then bend to unfold. Click on that one and give it a tick, and it should unfold. And there we go, nice unfolded. So I can now work on that surface. So I need to put a sketch in. I'm just going to switch off my planes because I can just get a little bit of better clarity. So I'm actually going to go to sketch. I'm going to do it on that surface there. I'm going to use the rectangular tool because it's a rectangular cut that I want to do. Just roughly put that out there, and then go to my dimension tool, smart dimension, and if I just do that one there at 20, not far off. Okay, and I do the side one at 20. Okay, and then I need that line there to the edge of that there is 6mm. It's 6. Okay, and the distance from the base to that bottom line down there is 25mm. Let's put that out there. and 25. Okay, I fully defined the sketch that I want to cut through. Now I could go to features and extrude cut on that one, but I'm going to go to my sheet metal toolbox there and do the extrude cut because it will give me the option. Well, it should have given me the option to go up to thickness of metal, but don't worry. Sorry, I've got it there. Link to thickness of metal on that one there, so it will just go through for that. That's the thing about SolidWorks; it's so vast and so many different things that you can forget what you're up to. So we've got that square in there now. Now, what I would normally do if I just then fold that back up again, so just go to fold command. It's already selected my fixed face, select the bend I want to fold, and then just right hand click, and you can see that's gone around quite nicely. Now to get one exactly the same the opposite side, I'll just show you this because it doesn't work as it would do in terms of your. So I keep switching this on and off. Right, let's try again. If I put those back on, what you would normally think you could do is go to something like features and go to mirror and mirror face plane. If I pick that as that there, and if I go to bodies to mirror on this one here and go to my last extrude cut, it won't do it. It doesn't accept it. Even if I get to features to mirror, I don't think that will work. Or has it? Let's have a look. No, it won't do it. So it's a failed process to look at it. So in sheet metal, if I just go up to there, it will. I'll just delete that. You need to actually do it again. So just do that very quickly for another exercise. So I want to unfold. So back into my sheet metal. I want to go to unfold. So I want to keep that's my fixed face. That is my bent face. And give it a tick out. And then go to sketch. And I'll just do that roughly. Doing that face there. Let's just do that. Okay, you can see how that can confuse things, so just switch them off that way. And that smart dimension is at 20. Do that 20. Okay, is it going to change for me? Yes, 20 down there. Okay, it's green tick, and we go from there to there. That's 6. Just get into sort of good practice that just try and arrange, because when you come to do your actual drawings, just try and arrange these in a place that actually makes kind of sense from it. From there to there is 25. Okay, change and give that a good tick. And then go back to my sheet metal and go into extrude cut. Make sure link to thickness, which it is. Sometimes you need to joggle these about because my computer's 5+ years old, and I know a bad workman blames his tools, but sometimes processing speed does not always keep up with the program that you actually have. I'm just right clicking there on my mouse. You see the icon. So there I have my 2 cuts into the box itself. Now what you can do, I don't know if you realise this, if I was to create a drawing from this, let's just quickly do that. Let's say make drawing from part, and I'm sure you know all this. Let's do A3. That's with my is that my own? No, it's not my own. And if I want to bring in let's just bring in that top view there. Let's do that one there, that one there. if I were to go in and make a change, so that's my drawing there. If I control and tab, okay, it goes back into there. And let's say I want to go back. Let me just take that one out. Let's just take it so it's folded back up again. Okay, and if I go control tab back to my drawing, okay, you can see it started to update the drawing. So it has actually eliminated the tab that should be there. Let me just go for a regen. No, it hasn't come back in. If I just go back to my drawing, I say my drawing, my point there. If I just bring that to fold and unfold, and then come down to there, you'll see that this comes back in. So it kind of updates the drawing, and you can see we're back in there for now. I'd have to go back and delete that sketch from it. So you can actually, I mean, to save you time, if you're doing stuff in SolidWorks and to produce the drawings, that and that are actually linked together. So any changes you make will immediately be updated in that. So it would save you, quite a considerable amount of time to actually keep the two going concurrently. I'm going to delete this. I'm not going to save it. Just don't save that. So we're back to this one here. So what I'm next going to do is go on to the forming tools, but I'm desperate for a cup of tea, so I'm just going to go and grab one. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to talk about the forming tools as we did in the session. Now, to actually find your forming tools, they are in the design library, and if you look, mine have gone way. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to go back to where I was to start with. If I just take that out, you'll see there, as default, you've got SolidWorks content, forming tools and toolbox. The toolbox there is all screws, nuts and other bits and pieces that you can bring in and size, so you don't actually have to draw those. The forming tools, now this may or may not be in yours, and you need to actually add it in. Now, to do that, if you go to your file directory, let's just see that one there. Okay, so onto your, in my case it's on my C drive. I don't know if you've put this onto a separate hard drive or whatever. You want to go down to program data, so double click on that, and then this is where it all goes wrong, down to SolidWorks. Now I'm on 2021. You're probably on the 2020. No, you are on 2021 there, but you can go back in time if you have other pieces. So I'm just going to double click on there, and if I go to design library, you'll see that I have my forming tools. So all I would need to do is just pick that up and then drop it into the design library on the right hand side. As simple as that. I'm not going to do it again because that will really confuse my computer system. So just to go back on that, so it's in my C drive. You're going to program data, SolidWorks, whatever version of SolidWorks you've got, and then you're looking for design library. You just then pick it up and drop it in, and that then gives you all the different tools that you require. So there I've got sort of different embosses, extruded flanges, lances, louvers, and different ribs, and we did sort of go over that a little bit in lesson for that. Now these are all a sort of default dimensions. So what I'm going to do for the first one is to put in a emboss. So we've got circular countersunk, countersink emboss. There's two of those there. so I'm just going to look at to do a circular one. That one there, so the countersink or countersunk one. So I just literally pick it up, bring it across, and roughly find out where I want to put this. Now it's going to be around about the back here, and we can actually work out the dimensions in a bit for that. And that then automatically brings up my form tool feature. So a bit like the hole wizard, I have got a position that I can actually place this. So to do that, I'm going to use the dimensions element to actually place where I want this. Now from I beg your pardon, just 1 second. Okay, from that end point, or that line there, to that centre, I want that to be 45 millimeters. Okay, and then I want from that point there to the centre of that one there, I want that to be 30 millimeters. Okay, so that's in position. Now it's already got the kind of primary values in there, so I can change particular aspects on it. Now there is configurations which I'll go into another time for that, because we can do configurations of parts as well. Let me just bring that in. Okay, that's actually brought that centre into that centre there. Let's just give that a green tick and see where we are. If that's actually done it. It has done, but it's not in the right place. So I've just gone through to look at edit sketch on those. Just let me come out of this if I can. Let's just see what it does. Okay, so it is actually in the right position. If I just go on to that, go to edit sketch, and you can see I'm 45 and 30 to the centre of where it is. But what was troubling me was that the UCS was slightly off, and I would have expected it to be in the centre of that. Well, it's jumped to, so on that one. If I go back onto here and I go to edit feature, it doesn't give me a lot of kind of options, only in terms of the actual position, so I can actually change the position in that way by changing those elements. I've got the default one for the part configuration there, so I really need to go back in and look at the sketch. If I show you this this way here, let's just see if we can do it this way. Edit sketch. Let's just take that off there. Let's just see what happens if I move that away. Okay, so I probably need to put some more dimensions in for this, and this may not be that 100%. I've also noticed something else is not, well, it's okay. So from there to there, actually it's to that face there. That should be 45. See if it's going to change it. It's done that, and then go from there to that point there, and that should be 30. Okay, what I wanted to do is actually try and change this, but this will give me a false element. Yes, so it then becomes over-defined because it's been predetermined on that one. Let me just give that a green tick for that. So you don't need to go back and do that, you can just drop those in there. Okay, because that's a default tool, I'm not going to change it. We can actually just put it in the position so it's a standard size tool. you can actually create custom forms for it, and I won't show you that at the moment because it might confuse the issue a little bit more. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So if you can just get those in at the distance, that will be sufficient for what we require. I'm just going to put one in on the other side. So it's just literally drag, drop, and go into position. And again, use smart dimensions from there to there. Let's make that 30. Okay, and 45 from that point there to that point there. 5. Okay, and you can see that's all moved. If I just give that a tick, we should be absolutely fine. And there we go. So that's second hole. So these are 2. Let's just double check they are in line. No, they're not. Okay, so what have I done wrong? I need to adjust something here. So what did I do wrong? Let's just go back in and quickly edit that one. Let's go edit feature. Go to position. 45 and 30. Okay, let's just delete that one out. Let's just try that once more from that point there. That point there should be 45. Okay, let's give that. Let's just go back and check 30 is right. And has it done that right? Yeah. Yep, spot on. So it's just because I took that point as 0.9 out. So that's fine for now on that. As I say, we can go into creating custom tools, which I can do another time, but there's plenty of YouTube videos out there for that. Let's just have a quick look, see what else I can do for you on here. Should we put a keyway in? We'll put a keyway in around about here. So, okay, just to get a little bit more practice in, we'll add some louvers in like we did before. Where do we put these louvers? Let's put those in the front. Well, at the back, pointing that way. So let's just pick on that. Okay, I need to rotate that around. So let's put that through. Let's flip the tool first, so it's on above. Let's go by 90 degrees. Just type in 90. And let's go to position. So I need to go roughly from about there to there. Let's make that 110. And from there to there, and let's make that 40. And we will pattern those in a second. So let's just go up to features and linear pattern. So direction, I want to go in that direction. Oh, that's it. And I want how many of those do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So 4 of those. And 25 mil apart. 25. There we go. And that should be absolutely fine. There we go. So that's our box there. I'm actually maybe let's go to that pattern. Let's go edit sketch. Let's do that 3 ways. So that's that direction. Direction 2 And let's just pick on that one. And how many do we want? 3. Let's have those at 25, 50 apart. There we go. Makes it a little bit more interesting. So, okay, let's wrap that for sheet metal for now. And I may do one and actually creating your own forming tool or adjusting original ones that we have for later on. So I'll do that in another exercise.